Hi, I'm Natalie Otteson, and you're listening to the Mindset School Podcast, episode number 5. Welcome to the Mindset School Podcast, a show for spiritual entrepreneurs who are ready to stop feeling stuck, reconnect to their soul's purpose, and create a deeply fulfilling life and business. I'm Natalie Otteson, transformational life coach and reconnection healing foundational practitioner. And I can help you scale and grow a 6-figure business from a place of inner authority, wisdom, knowledge, and truth. If you are a spiritual entrepreneur and you are looking to take that first step towards your dream of running your own business, this is the show for you. Ready to step into your power and move forward with clarity and purpose? Let's go. I don't know what it looks like around you, but spring has sprung. I love this time of year. We have all of these trees on our property, and they are all starting to come in with all of their blossoms. I love the purple ones. They are absolutely my favorite. Speaking of favorites, I have another favorite topic for you today. I think I'm going to say this probably about every episode. I love this topic, and I think there is so much value in it, pun intended, because I want to talk to you about values. What are values? Why do they matter? And how do you find out what your values are? Values are the beliefs, which are repeated thoughts, or principles, the ideas, that you and I are holding as something that's important or worthwhile to us. These beliefs, they can be shaped by so many different factors, like your cultural background, your religion, your upbringing, your personal experiences, and even your past and current environment. Values can range from individual traits like honesty and empathy and respect to broader concepts like justice and freedom and equality. They are deeply held beliefs that guide our behavior and decisions, and they give us a sense of purpose and meaning in our life. They're also a guidance system for us and helping us make decisions that are in alignment with who we are and where we want to go, and to help us define the life and business we want to create. Why is this even important? When you're building a life or business and you aren't doing it in a way that lines up with what you think is important, it can make you feel pretty bad. It might even make you feel like you don't care about that business, or like you're doing something that doesn't make you happy or fills up your cup. It can make you feel guilty for not following your own rules or path. You could be worried about what might happen because of it, or confused about what next steps you should take. You can feel disconnected and unfulfilled and guilty and anxious and confused and disappointed. Basically, not following your values while building a business or life can make you feel yucky inside. And it's important for you to make sure you're doing things that are aligned with you. Yesterday, one of my past clients posted on Instagram about an exercise that I took her through during one of our first coaching sessions together. And it's one of my favorite activities, exercises, tools, whatever you want to call it, that I do with my clients. It helps my clients to identify their own values and how you can start to implement and incorporate that into your business and life. On her story, she was talking about, because she's a hairdresser, she was talking about her goals and priorities that she had in the past. And after doing this exercise, how they were completely different. And because of that, why she was feeling so disconnected and so out of alignment with the purpose and path of where she was going. They were really outside of ultimately what she wanted for herself and where she wanted to go in her life. So being able to go through and define this process and figuring out what mattered most to her and where we were able to help her allowed us to be able to help her set and develop a plan that she could take through the rest of her life and implement with her clients and her coaching business that she's now building. As a spiritual business coach, I help you operate and move from a place of inner authority, inner wisdom, inner knowledge, inner truth, And one of the ways that I'm able to do this is by helping you figure out what you truly value and what matters the very most to you. Because if you're building a business or building a life and you're not operating with a set of values that matter to you, you're making decisions for other people or to get to specific places or to have things. And that might not be in alignment with who you are. You know, Brené Brown says, you're hustling for other people's approval instead of your own and focusing and moving towards what matters most to you. And when you're doing that, it can create so much emptiness, lack of desire, direction for your life and for your business, just like it did for me. So I want to tell you this story. So back in 2016, I became a certified coach, Reiki practitioner, and astrologist. And I didn't quite have the entrepreneurial skills that I have today. And because of that, I wasn't really able to scale my business the way that I wanted to. We were dealing with a lot at the time. We moved halfway across the country. My husband was running a new dealership here, and we had all sorts of problems and complications, specifically with a brand new house that we purchased. We ended up in a lawsuit, and I'm not sure I can say much more than that, but to say the least, it was probably one of the most stressful years, several years of our life. Because of this, my husband ended up having some pretty serious health complications, and I wasn't sure if he was even going to be able to continue to work. This just amplified and exacerbated the stress. So the agent that was actually helping us find a new home, because we had to move, said, you should come and work with me. And I didn't know what was going to happen with my husband. So I was like, okay. I actually kind of weighed the options because I'm a hairstylist. I did hair for many years. I'm a life coach. And so I was like, okay, I could go into coaching. I could go into being a hairstylist, but I'd have to build a clientele here. Or I could go into real estate, thinking that real estate was what was going to bring me the most money. Little did I know. So I jumped into real estate, got my real estate license, started working with this agent. I did anything and everything that I possibly could, everything to build this real estate business. But I couldn't get anything to stick. You know, when you throw spaghetti on the wall and it doesn't stick, like that was me. Things ended up not working out with this agent, which was absolutely totally okay. And I ended up being an individual agent on my own for about 10 months. But I was so frustrated because I had only sold $250,000 in real estate. I'd only made about $5,000. I decided that I was going to go on a team, a real estate team with my brokerage. This team was the best and the worst experience for me. But ultimately, I was so grateful for going onto this team because it taught me everything I needed to learn to build a six-figure business and to figure out what it was that I needed to do to have the confidence in myself, to get uncomfortable, and to move forward in an incredible way. So everything started to click, and I attribute a lot of that to my morning routine. So check out that episode if you haven't listened yet. It's episode 2 on mindfulness. I talk about my morning routine and what ended up working for me. And I went from $250,000 in real estate to $8 million in 1 year. I went from $5,000 in gross commissions to $250,000 in gross commissions. Then I did it again and again. And I'm telling you this for a reason. Here I was doing and creating this extremely successful business, and I was miserable. I was completely unfulfilled. I was absolutely stressed to the max. I was full of anxiety. I mean, massive anxiety. I'll talk about that in an upcoming episode because I am a high-functioning anxiety person, so I will address that later. I was confused. I was disappointed, mostly with myself, and I was so out of alignment. Then I had this epiphany, this awakening, if you want to call it, in May of 2020. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I was sitting on my couch doing a real estate transaction, and I said, what in the world am I doing? Makes me emotional. I am building this business and I don't even want to do it. I am so out of alignment with who I am. I'm so out of alignment that, like, if I'm going to spend all of this time and energy building a business, I want to do it doing what I love, which is coaching and helping people and sharing my knowledge and truth and wisdom and helping you find your knowledge and truth and wisdom and be in alignment with who you are. That's when I made the decision to move back into coaching and pursue my own purpose and dream of helping people, women, specifically like you, find their own purpose and truly become their own hero, creating a business that they love, that is in alignment with who they are, to create financial independence and freedom. And I love showing my clients, like the one I mentioned earlier in the beginning, how you're able to recognize this for yourself and create a purpose-filled life. Because incorporating spiritual values into your life, it can bring a sense of fulfillment and purpose. And you can do this by starting to reflect on your own beliefs and what you value most in your life. So consider setting some time aside for yourself. You can do this through prayer. You can do this through meditation or any other spiritual practice to align with your values. You can come and see me. I do this exercise with my clients, and make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who share your beliefs. Once you're able to figure that out, align yourself with the people, places, and things that are in line with your values and what matters most to you on your journey, your spiritual journey. Look for opportunities to serve others. One of the reasons I'm creating this podcast, one of the reasons I have Soul Sister Coaching on Instagram, is to be of service and create value for you so that you can start taking your life to the next level, so that you can understand how important mindset is, so that you can understand how important mindfulness is, so that you can start understanding that self-doubt that I talked about last week, it can get in the way. But as long as you're moving towards the values and what matters most to you, you are going to be operating in a way that is unstoppable. The other thing is try to practice forgiveness, both for yourself and for others, and to cultivate this inner peace and healing. And finally, be open to learning and growing, seeking out resources such as books, podcasts, or even spiritual communities. You can come join Soul Sister Society. I'm building a community of like-minded individuals, women who want to come together and support each other and deepen into their own understanding of their spiritual values and then being able to incorporate those into your daily life. So I hope that this episode was helpful for you. I hope that you were able to learn a little bit more about values, why they're important, and how you can start incorporating them in your life and to develop so that you can be in alignment with who you are and you can be moving towards the direction, the business, and the life that you ultimately want. All right, you guys, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at Soul Sister Coaching on Instagram. I love your messages. I've actually been getting so much feedback about the podcast, sharing how much you love it, sharing how much it's helped you already. So continue to reach out to me. I love to get your messages. I will always respond to you. I might give you a voice memo or I might text you back, but keep reaching out to me. Keep sharing with me how this is helping you, and even come and let me know what you'd like me to talk about on upcoming episodes. I would love any and all feedback. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next week. All my love. To celebrate the launch of the show, I'm going to be giving away my favorite books, journals, planners, energy healing sessions, binaural meditation packs, coaching packages, and so much more. I'm going to be giving away 100 prizes for 100 reviews to the lucky listeners who follow, rate, and review the show during the next 2 weeks. It doesn't have to be a 5-star review, although I sure hope you love the show. I want your honest feedback so I can create an amazing show that provides tons of value. If you're listening live today is the last day to enter the giveaway. So make sure that you head over to soulsistercoaching.com/podcast launch to enter to win all of these amazing prizes. I'll be announcing the winners on the show in an upcoming episode. Thank you for joining me for this week's episode of the Mindset School. Ready to dive deeper into finding your purpose and create a deeply fulfilling life? Visit soulsistercoaching.com for more guidance and resources. See you next week.